everyone. Now this isn't usually the type of content I normally make. However, it's been 3 months since I last posted the last episode for TML. And I'm still in the middle of the editing. I'm still very much in the early editing phase for episode 6. Yeah. I've been busy, so I haven't had a lot of time to work on the video, unfortunately, and I feel really guilty about that. So to compromise the fact that the video isn't out, but I still want to give you guys a video that's still related to TML. But I can't give you the normal videos because it's still basically I just wanted that it would be fun if I show you guys the editing process. Now this is what normally what a TML video looks like with the whole green screen thing. Like, obviously, also if you're watching this video, there's obviously going to be a lot of spoilers. I'm going to be talking about the episode and just random things, and who knows, maybe you guys like this. I'll do more editing, filming style videos, because, I don't know, could be fun, could be nice, But yeah, I'm currently working on episode 6. This is what a typical TML episode looks like with the little green screens at the bottom. Now before I started recording, I did already take all of the green screens for this section. And by section I mean for this background scenes, because if you see there is 2 different backgrounds. And for today's video editing purposes, I am filming this. I decided that it makes more sense if I take all the screenshots for this particular scene and background, just so that way to make things easier when I'm filming this and recording. I don't normally take all of, every single green scene, every screenshot for the scene. Normally, I do pieces of dialogue. I normally take for example, this one, I would usually take all of the screenshots related to this, overlay it, and then obviously remove the green screen and change the format of this. That's not how I normally do it, or sometimes if I feel like it, I'll just do one by one. Though I typically tend to use this method. I don't really like to go one by one. I do sometimes, but I usually tend to go this method. And yeah, and for anyone who's been curious of how I edit these videos, I don't really do a lot of editing. You can probably tell just by watching the videos. It's very simple, very basic. I just take a lot of screenshots, so that's probably a screenshot for each episode, which is why part of the reason why these episodes take so long, and also busy. It's the month of September. I think you can guess why I've been busy. Which, by the way, since it is September, how's everybody going? How's everybody's back to school life been going? Me, it's going fine. It has been going by a lot quicker for me. Pretty quickly for me. Oh, by the way, if you might have noticed, usually I usually have the open mouth ones. Screenshots tend to be 5 minutes, and no, not 5 minutes, 5 seconds. 5 minutes for open screenshot, God. No, 5 seconds, and this 3 seconds. During the first season, it took me a while to figure out how long I want to be. Obviously, if it's just, where's a good example of that? Obviously, if it's a dot bubble, I would have it longer, or if it's just a single word or basic phrase, I usually have it longer, which usually depends. I still haven't found a good magic number for this. But for the mouth flip, I don't know about the whole, but basically I usually go for a 5:3 ratio. But if you guys want, I can change the ratio, because I think I kind of understand if it's maybe a little too fast for you guys. If you have any other suggestions for better ratios, I have been trying to take more screenshots, so that way per pieces of dialogue it's a little longer while still having the mouth flip look natural. But yeah, oh, it's for those who are wondering how many screenshots there is, it's over 1,000, over 1,200 something screenshots. Previously in the first season, back when I was just doing like open mouth, dialogue box, without like little like mouth flips I now do for the season. Now in season 2, back like, for those who've seen the early episodes, that in season 1, it's just like dialogue, mouth open, next person dialogue, different mouth, I didn't do like the whole mouth flip things. Back then, of course, the amount was a lot smaller. I think it was about like 300, and then during the early like episodes of like season 2, it was usually at least over around 700. But now I switched it to 1,000 just because I want the dialogues to be like a little longer. And as you probably know, over time the episodes have also gotten longer as a result of this. So yeah. So let me just. For those who are wondering, I'm using CamCup to edit the episodes, which is the app I have been using for years now. Oh, come on. Yes, okay, there, perfect. So yeah, this is what I typically do. I mean, it's pretty annoying to do on repeat, so I usually have video playing in the background. But obviously, since I am filming and I don't want to get a copyright strike, I won't be playing any like stuff in the background. But maybe, I don't know, maybe in the future, if I ever to try this again, I can maybe go into like the YouTube studio and the YouTube library, because there's a bunch of like free music there. So maybe I could play one, which I won't get a copyright strike for. So maybe I could play that. Well, maybe I could like play that here for us to listen. Instead, I don't know. This is my first time doing this, and honestly, I'm not even sure if future me is gonna post this. Let's see, what else is there to talk about? I don't know how long this video is right now, because I can't, with the app I use right now, which is V-Record, I can't actually see how long I'm recording for. Actually, maybe I should grab my phone to record how long I was recording for. Oh well, new idea. I'll have to come up with new strategy I'll have to use in the future. Okay. But yeah, I'm still very much in the early stage of editing this episode. I'm not even near the halfway point, guys. I did the math with the amount of screenshots I have edited and the screenshots that are going to be in total for this episode. I'm not even near the halfway mark. Sometimes I like to measure it by screenshots or story progressions to measure how much progression I have actually made within like editing. But yeah, but regardless of whether or not you measure it by story or by the amount of screenshots I have edited, it's not great. It's not great. I'm very sorry for you guys. Let's see what else. Okay, this might seem like a random topic, but you guys know the show Paw Patrol? I used to watch it as a kid. I don't remember what the YouTuber's name is. I'll probably show it somewhere on the screen. It's the person who did like If PJ Masks was an adult show, and also did the same thing for Paw Patrol. Not too long ago, I watched her like If Paw Patrol was an adult show, and honestly, I became like, after watching that, really inspired. It kind of, I didn't really do much, since there have been a couple times where I've been inspired and I have this idea in my head and I could think about it for a while, but I ended up not doing it. I remember when I watched the movie which I had a couple like ideas of like Asha, but as the villain, which by the way, if I ever were to do a rewrite of Wish, that's probably the route I'm gonna go for. I don't know, I just feel like writing Asha as a villain is more fun than a hero. There isn't a lot of hero material from the original Wish anyways to begin with, so maybe that's why. But yeah, after watching like her video about like what Paw Patrol would be like as an adult show, or like a teenage show, like kind of like the new Carmen Sandiego show, or Owl House, or Amphibia, that sort of stuff. Like whatever was more for an older audience. Again, I sort of so inspired, but I didn't really do much because I just sort of thought I came up with like some different like ideas and scenarios. She didn't really. There was a couple things in which obviously it's Paw Patrol is big. There's a lot of characters, lores, and details. She mainly focused on like the things which everybody who like I think everybody knows about it from watching the series as a child. Things in which even those who haven't seen the series have talked about. Like she talked about Humdinger, Kay, but she mainly just talked about like the early seasons and episodes, which makes sense since that was probably the seasons and episodes she probably grew up watching, and I did too. Um, I don't remember when I stopped watching Paw Patrol, but I do remember watching the kingdom where they went to like Regal Kingdom and evil saving helping this princess and stuff. I remember watching that. I think it was after that I stopped watching the show. I stopped watching the show actually kind of late. I think I was still watching the show when I was like 10. So yeah, um, I know a lot more information when it comes to the show. Show in general, there's a lot of characters. A lot of characters. Like apparently they have a cat pack. I remember seeing a advertisement for like the cat pack, which is odd because historically the Paw Patrol has not gone along with cats, and yet now they are working with cats, and that can also talk. So makes no sense because for a long time it was only the dogs that could talk, but now the cats could talk. Obviously, it's a lot of questions. There was a lot of giant elephants in the room, which she did address quite a few, like how the dogs could talk, and writer and parents, and it was a very interesting. I really like the concept she came up with, and honestly, I wanna if I were to do my own like version, I would definitely take definitely some strong inspiration from her. Like she talked about like government. The writer is a spy, and she's trying to hired by the government to stop Humdinger or some corporations. Again, go check out her own video. It's a lot better than me just explaining it. Um, but if I were to do it, I definitely would take on the spy action, but I would probably try to lean more towards like the original. If I were to do like I tend to do whenever I tend to do like imagine rewrites or do rewrites, I tend to stay near the original, which is kind of ironic considering what I just mentioned about Wish earlier. But yeah, I would probably say at least try to stay as close to the original as possible. I'd probably make a writer a kid. The dogs will still talk like naturally. For her, she said that the reason why the dogs can talk is because some sort of like collar they were wearing let the humans understand them, kind of like Doug from like Up. But for me, if I were to like rewrite it, I have the dogs like naturally talk on their own, and to say that the reason why they can talk is because of evolution. Dogs in this universe managed to evolve alongside humans. That's why they can talk. But cats, while similar, have not evolved enough to talk. But the cat pack, however, is the first ever generations of cats to ever evolve to the point where they can talk. So maybe if I were to do a rewrite in the series, the spy agency government thing where the which writer is working for, maybe they discovered that these cats can talk for the first time, decides to like hire them. I don't know. If it throws a lot of details. That was about it. I did more. I definitely would like maybe watch like the two like movies. They're on Netflix and I have Netflix, so maybe if I were to again do this, I would definitely want to watch. I would definitely be relying along the Wikipedia page because God knows I will not be able to watch all of those episodes, and I'll definitely be relying on like word of mouth what I heard about the show. I saw an iceberg video about Paw Patrol. Definitely have to watch that and take some notes. But yeah, I would still also probably keep Ryder and Orphan in her version, she made some scientist lady from the movies be his mom. I would probably make writers to an orphan and come up with like some sort of explanation. I have there's a tiny bit of idea, but I'm not quite sure. Let's see. Yeah. What else? Oh, but by the way, if you guys are watching and also seeing like the dialogue, feel free to guess what you think this episode is going to be all about. Obviously, it's a continuation of the last episode, but still, I'm kind of curious now. Okay. I'm trying to find interesting things to talk to you guys about. What else? I mean, I have an idea of what I'm gonna do with like all like the different like spin-off series for Paw Patrol. Again, when I'm talking about the medieval castle theme, I probably if I were to rewrite this, make it a giant like movie special, kind of like Spy X Family Code White, which I think is not even canon to the series. But basically, I would have it like as its own like I don't know movie special where Ryder and them travel along. It's their first international mission, and they travel there to help the princess, who I don't know her name is, but I do remember her design. I would also have to come up with an explanation for why her parents are dead, because she's apparently the ruler of an entire kingdom. Yes, she's a child. She's around the same age as Ryder, so yeah. As for all the different spin-off series, apparently there's like a spin-off series with Rubble and his family. Yeah, okay, if I were, I don't know how I would rewrite that. Also, I thought, right, like, Rubble was an orphan. Like, I just remember as a kid watching his origin episode. I think like, Rubble was an orphan, and he has some construction family crew thing. When? How? I'm not counting as canon. No. That's not. If I were to do a rewrite, that's not canon. Neither. I don't know how I would be able to write that. That doesn't make any sense to me. Oh, come on. Okay, there, finally. Yeah, I'm not counting that. I'm mainly gonna be talking about the main show. I'm not really gonna address like many like that. That's weird. Also, apparently later on in the show, you know how each puppet has their own talent and like skill, like how Marshall is firefighter, Chase is a police officer. Well, apparently later on, I read in the comments of like some SNL skit about the Paw Patrol. Apparently later on in the show, they all sort of like have episodes in which they're all firemen or all policemen. For my version, I would like to believe that they all have like a basic level of knowledge and skills with each section, but specialize in different stuff. Like, for example, Marshall, he knows like the basic level of policing, but he specializes in fire, as being a fireman. Same thing, vice versa for all the other pups. Just because I know, I like the idea of them all having their own central things. What else? I don't know how long I want this video to be, because again, I don't know how long this video is. So maybe I'll finish up this one piece of, hang on, how many pieces of dialogue? I'll probably finish this line and then, oh, actually, it's gonna be over. Okay, I'll finish this line and some of this as well before I end the video. Because again, I don't know how long this video is becoming. So I do apologize in advance if it's like, I don't know, 40 minutes long. It doesn't feel like 40 minutes, but it might be. Who knows? Going back to the Paw Patrol subject, I did check out the animation. Apparently, they got like in season 11. Apparently, I'm so surprised there's like 11 seasons, but apparently there's 11 seasons. They did change the animation, and let me just say the way the animated writer, oh my god, he looks horrible. Like his face, it's weirdly round in a way. Like everybody else looks fantastic, but like Ryder looks awful. I don't know what they did to him. I mean, for goodness sakes, it's fine if it's like some sort of random like secondary character, but for goodness sakes, Ryder is the main character. God, I mean, I see him with the like Katie in the new animation style, and she looks great. I don't know what in the world did they do to the writer's face, and I don't know why they made it more roundy. Apparently, they were trying to combine the styles of like the old animation with the newer movie animations, which obviously feels like a horrible idea because the movie is more realistic, I feel like, in terms of animation, and the show is more cartoonish, and obviously it can be done, but if it's done bad, it is done bad. If that was, oh my gosh, I don't know what they were doing. Even like the movie version, he still has like that sort of like more sharper chin, and I get that he's a child, and it makes him more childlike, but not in a good way. And if anything, I no, because also, okay, if for shows that has animation styles and the characters style, I'd rather have like the kid characters, even if it's all supposed to take place during the same year and time, even though the show has quote unquote, even though we all agree that, like, I don't know, I'm wording this wrong. Okay, scratch that. You know how like if shows were to do an animation style change, I'd rather have like the kid characters look more older and mature, especially if it's like they're the same age throughout, or quote unquote the same age as they were like throughout the show. I'm looking at you, Ash Ketchum. I'm like, no, we all know that you're like the most common example of this. Yeah, I'd rather have them look more older than they are younger. And for Ryder, he seems to have gotten look younger. Katie still looks like the same age. She doesn't look older or younger. I guess she looks like a little bit older. I didn't really. I only did like a brief like look at Katie. Though, but yeah, I don't know. They just did a horrible job. I don't know why would they take it for Ryder? For goodness sakes, he's a little main character. I feel like out of all the characters, the pups and Riders are the ones you really want to focus on the animation for because you know they're rolling the show and stuff. But yeah, it was just bad. I don't know what they were doing. Also, I was doing some research about Jake because while I was thinking about the show, I wasn't sure whether or not Jake was a teenager or was an adult. Apparently, he is. Fans guess he's around maybe in his 20s or 20s to 30s. So if I were to rewrite it, I definitely imagine Ryder and Jake having like this like brotherly relationship. I think that would be cute, and maybe Jake can teach Ryder some of the ropes. I just think that would be really cute, seeing them have like a little brotherly relationship. I tried reading the Wikipedia page to see what the relationship was like. Yeah, there wasn't much. I checked the relationship tab because honestly, if you ever read a character Wikipedia page, they always mention like the relationship with like other people, or their friends, or lovers, or blood in some sort of way. Yeah, I checked. Ryder's not on there. The only like relative that's on like Jake's like page is like Everest. So that's not great. On one hand, I guess it leaves I can do whatever I want, but on the other hand, I was kind of hoping to at least see some sort of inspiration. I don't know, for anyone who's seen the show or still watching the show, because I do know that there are still like people who have seen the show as a child are still watching it. There are older fans who are watching it who might have been introduced to it as a kid. So feel free to let me give me any information about like Paw Patrol, because I am thinking about doing it, which is probably a bad idea since I already have a lot on my plate with school, this TML series, and the 100 Baby Challenge series, and other projects I want to do. I also plan on want to do like Namble Rhino Challenge in November, so I'm not sure. It might be a bad idea to want to rewrite Paw Patrol, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So regret trying. Am I right? So yeah, if I do decide to do it, I'll probably make an announcement video asking for like any information from you guys, because obviously I miss out a lot. So I could definitely use the help. If I were to, again, do that, feel free to give me information, like big information, small information on any like side characters. Again, I done some research on my own, but for the most part, I still know what to do. And I do have a brief idea of what I want the show to be like. Yeah, is this the last screenshot for the history? Yep, okay, that's the last screenshot. Okay, I'm just gonna finish off this screenshot now. I really hope this was, I don't know, entertaining, education, I don't know, a good video to put in the background while you do something. I don't know. But I hope you find, or at least like the video. Let me know if you, I don't know, you guys want me to do about it. I know I talked about all sorts of random things. Like, I talked about my own sort of personal life, how I edited these videos, Paw Patrol, which, again, I'm still debating. I think I'm still might do it. Definitely, I'm still gonna do it, I think. I don't know. If I do end up doing it, I might make an announcement video this weekend. Who knows? But yeah. Let me just finish off this last screenshot. Yeah, if you like this video, please make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.